Alright, so I'm going to attempt to make the Griffiths cinnamon rolls overnight. I can't remember if they've talked about doing it overnight. I do have the book, of course, and you can actually get their book as a digital one, and they actually are like reading it, so you can, I'll see if I can find a link. I'll be special and do that for you. But you use her bread recipe, which I've done her bread, and this makes 4 loaves, I think. It makes a lot. So when I tried it, I did half of the recipe and it did perfectly. I did 1 loaf and 2 like cake pan, like 8-inch cake pan sizes of rolls, because I don't want that many rolls. So I'm definitely going to make these rolls for Easter next week, but I want to try it with the cinnamon rolls. So it is 8 o'clock at night. So I know with a lot of cinnamon roll recipes, when you do them the night before, my yeast is like growing, so hopefully it doesn't overfill. But you do like everything, like you do it up to the point of where you roll them out, put the cinnamon sugar on it, you cut them, you put them in the pan, and then you stick them in your fridge overnight, and then you pull them back out that morning, and then you leave them out, I believe, for like an hour. So I'm gonna do that. We're gonna see how it goes. You will not see me until the morning because I look a hot mess. I'm on like day 3 of not washing my hair and it's rough. So these are the ingredients right here. There is their video on how to fix these. I will put their video for both the rolls and the cinnamon rolls in the description, so you can go watch that. But I've got everything out. I'm gonna get my mixer out and then we'll get started. I don't have to knead it like my dough fingers, so I scrape the dough hook. But because I have a KitchenAid, I don't need to knead it by hand. But if you kneaded it by hand, if you want to watch the video, if not, you can pause this and read her instructions on kneading. But it's just normal kneading. But I'm gonna let this go while I clean all of this up, and then I'm gonna let it sit over in a warm place, which it's 8:15. My house is kind of warm because it was a warm day. But I'll just cover it up, and then it will like double or triple in size, and then I'll roll it out, put the butter, cinnamon sugar on it, and roll it and cut it, and we'll put it in the fridge. So it's been about an hour. If you do not have like a warm spot in your house, if your bowl is big enough to fit into your microwave, heat up your microwave for like a minute and then place your bowl in the microwave. It'll be kind of warm in there, and shut the door. Do not turn it on or anything, just shut it, and it will kind of keep warm in there. So this is how much it's risen. It was like down here. It's definitely much bigger. So in her video, she says you can either grease the counter that you're going to be working with or flour it. She said that she finds that greasing the counter does better, so that's what I'm going to do. So I've already wiped it down, but I'm just going to make sure that there's nothing that hasn't fallen on the counter. And then I have just a little thing of Crisco. I think she has like Crisco vegetable oil. Use whatever you want. I always use this Ziploc bag. But I'm just going to roll this out and then sprinkle on as much cinnamon and sugar as you want. All right, rolls are done. The one in the large tray these are way bigger than I thought they were gonna be. But these are like normal size. You can see the pan is much smaller, but it'll be fine. These will just cook a little bit longer. So it is 9:50. So I gave my kids, they were playing outside while I was doing this, and I gave them both, like, making sure they were showering and cleaned and all that stuff. So they were playing outside all day. So I'm going to put these in my refrigerator overnight, and then I will pull them out in the morning and bake them, and we'll see how they turn out. All right. These are huge. Like, oh my gosh. So just be careful when you pull the tops off. You might want to like put a little bit of grease or something or oil on it, but they're ginormous. Anyway, so I'm gonna let them sit. I'm gonna put a towel underneath them because they're cold, and then my counter actually will like hold in the cold. And then I'm gonna put a nice little towel over top of them, just let them sit. It is 7:17. So we'll come back in like an hour. They're already risen, but you want them to be a little bit room temperature. Remember to pull out your cream cheese and your butter at the same time, because you want both of those to come to room temperature while these are setting out, and you know, you got to bake them. When you bake them, we'll make the cream cheese frosting. All right, my mountain of these things are gonna be ginormous.
Actually, it's a course. 1, 2, 3, 4.
They're so big. All right. These will take less time than these. So while these are going, I'm going to make the icing. Good thing about it. So they were in the oven. These were in there for about 13-14 minutes. I started with 12 and then I just added from there. These were in for about 15 to 18 minutes. I can't remember after that. And so I'm just took them out, so they're very hot. So I am not going to frost them just yet, because the frosting will just melt completely. So we're gonna wait just a couple minutes and then we'll frost them, and then we can eat them and they'll be super delicious. So I just want to give a quick review on these. These are amazing. Do you see that? They are so fluffy. They came out perfectly. So like last time I made cinnamon rolls, I made them in the morning, but they take so long. Like you have to rise them twice, so they can take like 2 hours or 2.5 hours, however long, once you start to finish. So you have to get up really early to be able to do that. So making them the night before, it is a little bit of work, but it's totally worth it. I have icing on my fingers, but these are so soft. Like, it's amazing. You can use the same bread recipe, or the same recipe for bread or rolls, which I'm going to make these rolls for Easter. Just regular rolls, not cinnamon rolls. But these are perfect. Like, make these. Make these for yourself. The icing, you could definitely, let me show you. Unless you really like cream cheese icing, you could definitely cut the recipe in half. Like, there's still a lot left. And I have a lot of icing. Like, here's the big tray. We ate the small tray first. I want to send some up to my in-laws, but they are so good. Like the last recipe I did, I'll have to find the recipe, but it was more thicker, heavier, and these are amazing. So I definitely try these out. I will post the video in the description, and I hope you guys enjoy. Bye guys.